Hi, I'm Dave. I'm here to watch some other people conquer. We are back with WLDL, the second week. Today we have the Buyback Boys versus Team Dagon. Both these teams looking pretty good so far. I believe if we do a recap, Team Dagon won one, lost one last week. And the Buyback Boys, which I didn't watch myself, unfortunately, looks like they won both of their games. So this is probably going to be a pretty competitive matchup today, and we'll see how this goes. I'm very excited. This is just uh, game one. We are not doing two games today, unfortunately, but the second game should be done. I think Monday is what they said. Let me just post real quick. It's like got some strategy getting talked about. But from what I've seen from BuyBackStreet Boys is they do have a Invoker player, which is impressive. I think he's got over 700 games. I think that's Pony Ride. I saw that. That's really impressive. Also got a Rip, I believe, is their mid player, looking at like Zeus, Viper, Quap, sort of heroes. Also, I think he plays a bit of Rubik, which Rubik's definitely my favorite. I hope to see a Rubik. That would be really cool. They also got a Avenge player. I believe that's Rex Cow. I've seen him before. But I'm not gonna knock Team Dagon off either. They got some really good players as well. We've seen how Batman can just carry away with the Anti-Mage. We've seen some pretty good Spirit Breakers, and I'm trying to remember who. I think Lynx did a DK mid in one of their games, but overall, okay, it is Rex Cow we are getting, so we can definitely probably expect Team Dagon to ban a uh, Vengeful Spirit. Raven talking about a Puck Pause 5 today. I would love to see that. I want to see that. Okay, both teams are in. Looks like we might be getting ready to go. And yeah, again, this is only game one. I believe game two will be held on Monday. We are good to go. Looks like we're gonna be kicking it off. Ready for the coin toss. I have to be so deliberate in uh, how I say it. Like I'm like every time now. I'm just gonna have to take that break and be coin toss. And here we go. It's going to go to Buyback Street Boys. So we'll see what they decide to go for. We'll get right into it. I'm hoping to see some real bloody fights today. I want to see teeth. I want to see claws. I want to see. I want to see a suplex. Okay, they're going for second pick, so I can probably assume that Dagon wants a Radiant then. Yeah, there he goes. Everyone wants to be the good guy. So, alrighty. Let's go. Dota time. Alrighty.
5 seconds. Radiant's up. Banning time.
Alright, time for the bans. Team Dagon, these guys are definitely the guys I play with more than any
Radiant
others.
gets the ban.
So, oh, yep, there's the ban on Venge. So I have heard a bit of their strategy. I'll try not to reveal it too early.
10 seconds.
But definitely they've been brewing up a storm
5
with their
seconds.
bans. So we'll see who they decide to go for. If I remember correctly, BuyBackStreet
Dyer
Boys
gets
likes
the
the
ban.
Warlock support. They played that both games last week. I'm going to get a ban on the Zeus, just
We're
focusing
10
rip.
seconds out. Plenty of time
Zeus
to
is just
tell
one
an
of those
announcer
heroes
you
for
love
high
him if
magic
that's what's in
damage
your
and
heart.
great vision.
5 seconds.
Great for spotting invis heroes or just, figuring out where
Dyer
people
gets
are
the
on the
ban.
map. And that's going to be a ban on the Razor. I believe Batman plays Razor.
Radiant's up. Banning time.
And then there's the ban on the BB, just targeting Batman,
All right. Dyer
taking
gets the
that out.
ban.
There's the ban on the Warlock. Not going to give him that comfort pick. So
10
definitely
seconds.
already changing the draft from what we had last week.
5 seconds. Dyer gets the ban.
Ban on Jack Hero. I don't know if there's a. I think Mr. Boombastic might play
10
Jack
seconds.
Hero, but I'm not sure if that's more of a or less of a targeted ban and more of just
5
a we
seconds.
don't want to be up against this hero. That's completely fair.
Radiant's up.
And then the ban on the Weaver. Weaver, one of those good carry picks, right? A lot of DPS, even could be played as a
All right,
pause
Dyer's
4,
turn.
even seen that pretty. And here's the Centaur pick. Taking Centaur, I believe Backstreet Boys, BuyBackStreet Boys, played Centaur in one of their games. And I don't remember if Team Dagon, they might have played Centaur in one of theirs as well.
10 seconds.
So they're going to pick that up first pick just to ensure that they can get that. Feeling pretty confident with picking pause
4,
3 right out of the gate.
Good.
Gonna have to see who they counter with.
Radiant gets
And
the ban.
here we go. They're gonna get the Lich. Again, we've seen Lich in a lot of these. Hey, Billy. How's it going, man? We've seen Lich
Radiant
in a
gets the
lot
ban.
of these games just because he's such a good support. High magical damage, a good amount of lockdown. You can't ignore that Frost Shield, getting that damage block. So he's got the catch, he's got the survivability, and he's got the nuke damage. So all around great pick to have.
10 seconds.
Has some
Right.
really
Dyer
good
gets the
synergy
ban.
with a few heroes, and that's going to be the ban on Lifestealer and the Grimstroke. Team Dagon not wanting to fight a Grimstroke Lich, which is understandable. And then Lifestealer was picked at least once, maybe twice against.
10 seconds.
Uh, calling for the Meepo ban.
5 seconds.
Just not wanting to be up against the Lifestealer again. Lifestealer is pretty decent against Centaur.
Dyer's turn to pick.
And the ban on the Viper. We have seen Team Dagon pick Viper before, I believe. So getting that Viper out of the way just allows for a lot easier threes pick.
10 seconds.
Offlaner picks, right? Viper with that Viper Strike, being able to break,
Radiant
being able
knows
to
just who
slow,
to pick here.
and that poison damage. And they're going to go ahead and pick a Leshrac. Ooh. Pretty ballsy. think Leshrac definitely does better as a later pick when you know it's a good Leshrac game. But I guess they could be putting him in a support position, which would be
10 seconds
interesting.
left. Well,
Or they're
8
just that
now.
confident in whoever's
We're starting in
playing
5
this
seconds
Leshrac.
with or without you.
Great magic damage. I think I've seen most people go in Blink Dagger on Lesh early if he's mid, just to get those early plays. But definitely gonna want some pretty big mana regen and survivability. So could be seeing like a potential Anti-Mage pick again from Team Dagon. Just someone to burn through all that mana or use it
Radiant's
against them.
turn to
Maybe
pick.
even an OD, right? Anyone with a big. And there's the Winter Wyvern for Ye Old Raven. That's one of his best heroes.
Dyer's choice. Let's give him a
And they're
second.
instantly going to pick the Witch Doctor. I believe that's a Fort Windy. Or it could be Mr. Boombastic. I forgot that Fort Windy's been playing a lot of mid recently. So the two supports have come out, two solid picks. This Winter Wyvern did win them a game last week with a game-saving curse.
We're starting in 5
Caught
seconds
a Weaver with a
you.
Divine Rapier in it, and the Weaver just killed his entire team. So definitely a value pick there, and then Witch Doctor just he's being Witch Doctor, man. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. He's just a Witch Doctor. It's hard to beat a Maledict, one of the best abilities in the game, followed up with that Death Ward. And then you can't knock a Witch Doctor healing, right? Pick up a Holy Locket on a Witch Doctor, and Voodoo Restoration is going to do a lot of heal. And there's going to be the Dark Willow. I believe they have a Willow player. Is that Bear, maybe? From my quick peek at their Dota buffs earlier. But I do remember seeing that someone plays Willow. Seen Willow a lot these first 2 weeks.
5 seconds.
Solid hero,
4,
great catch.
3, you get it.
Got a delayed stun, which is an AoE stun, and then just a huge magical damage. And there's going to be a Dawn. So it looks like this will be their pause 3. Dawn, just one of those heroes. Good supporting with the heal on her attacks, but also just a great core. Being able to farm on the other side of the map like a Spectre and then just ult in wherever she's needed. Solid core pick.
5 seconds. 4, 3, you get it.
And also going to hopefully round out BuyBackStreet Boys lineup here. They're definitely cannot speak. it's gonna be this all the time. And they're gonna quap. I believe this is gonna be a Fort Windy quap. Got some pain up in the game now. But as I was saying, Dawn hopefully gonna provide some of this physical damage, because at the moment BuyBackStreet Boys is just lacking that physical damage, which could hurt them in the long run if they don't get a heavy hitter here for their last pick.
Dyer gets the ban.
And there's the ban on Spectre. They did play Spectre in one of their previous matches, so that is an understandable ban. Also, having 2 globals has been shown to be pretty effective, so just wanted to take that.
10 seconds. Radiant's up, banning
time. And there's the ban on Drow. Definitely would be some good backline damage. I wonder if they're going to ban a Slark here. That was the other hero that...
We're 10 seconds out. Plenty of time to tell an announcer you love him if that's what's in your heart.
I might just say boys. That might be easier than trying to say the whole name. Because it definitely looks like they're looking for a carry pick on both sides, assuming that this Lesh goes mid. really deliberating here. Trying to get inside of the boys' heads. Okay, maybe I won't say boys. Maybe I'll stick with the full name.
All right, Dyer gets
And the
the
ban
bat.
on the Bloodseeker. Understandable. Bloodseeker has the blood right for that big AoE silence and crowd control, but also just the rupture is a great catch for this Quap and Centaur. Well, really anybody, right, who gets Centaur ulted, not being able to run away.
10 seconds.
But they are going to let the Slark slip through, so I wonder if we're going to be
5
seeing a
seconds.
Slark here. They might not be too worried about the Slark with the amount of AoE abilities they have. Teams have already used up a good amount of their reserve
Radiant's
time.
turn to pick.
And ooh, they're actually going to ban Slark on the Backstreet Boys. Ooh. I was not expecting that.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, Dyer's turn.
Okay, and there it
Anti-mage.
is. I was correct. They are going to Anti-Mage. Seeing a lot of int heroes with big mana pools. Gonna pick that up as well. We have already seen how Batman uses him, so if it's anything like last
10
time we
seconds.
played him, this could be brutal.
5 seconds. Cave Johnson here, founder and CEO of Dragon Knight. All
And
right,
that's
it's
going to be a
hero choosing time.
DK. Alright. I do like it. DK gives the backline range, but also the tank. And a lot of physical damage. It's going to be a Lynx on the Centaur. Looking at the hats here. Man, both teams looking pretty good. Got a Bumblebee Quap. Witch Doctor looking a little naked except for this immortal back he has. I think I might have to give it to BuyBackStreet Boys, even though this persona on DK, not my favorite, but Dawn looks awesome. The Willow with the spacesuit, Leshrac looking great. And then who can't say no to this Lich? Look at that thing. That looks awesome. Can't, like, this Centaur looks pretty cool too. But Wyvern and Witch Doctor just looking a bit too basic for me. So I definitely think I'm going to have to give it to BuyBackStreet Boys. So well played on your skins. And away we go. Okay, and here we go. Going for the
All right,
misanthropy
get ready.
facet. So not going to be able to damage buildings with this, but is going to be able to do a lot of hero damage. So looking just for that burst. It does look like Rip is on him, so that is going to be a mid-lesh. Both teams coming out. Looking like we could have a fight here top. Definitely, Dyer's definitely ready for a push up into their jungle. And we have a tip coming out. We have double tip coming out. Looks like, uh-oh, Bear gave a tip, and then Pony Ride said, nah, take that back. Sure, it was a lot more nice than what I just described. Okay, we got some serious rapping going here.
All right, battle time.
This is definitely going to be a fight here, so we're going to see if First Blood's going to be able to be picked up by anybody. Did decide to go Corrosive Dragon, which reduces the armor just to increase that physical damage. Here it comes. Here comes the fight. Who's going to see? They're going to see Mr. Boombastic. Here comes Winter Wyvern. Link's wrapped around the side. Super Nintendo, he's in trouble. He gets a stun on Fort Windy. And I think both are just going to run away. Link's in. Batman's in. Batman doesn't have Blink. This is looking bad for Dagon. Fort Windy taking way too much damage here. They're forced to run away. Batman just trying to TP out, and he's going to get out. Fort Windy is forced to run away. He does have Dragon Stun, or Dragon Tail, and that's going to be first blood for Rex Cow. Frost Blast coming in clutch there. Unfortunate trading. Mr. Boombastic just looking to pick up some XP here, while Fort Windy comes back to lane. Didn't know how that was going to go, but now we are all going towards our respective lanes. Looks like this could be a difficult lane for Batman. They have a good amount of AoEs here that he's going to have to be careful for. They got Bramble to catch him. They got Starbreaker at level 2 to stun him. And here comes Raven just being a little annoying with his Arctic Burn, trying to keep them off the wave. But we can't forget about mid. We're going to have to see how this... both mids just mirror each other with their wards. I don't think I've seen that before. I guess that's the new strat. I have to try it. Just getting more vision for the lane. I don't think that's even hitting the runes. But it's an early ward, so it shouldn't be up for the 6 minutes. So, let me get the last hits up. Rip sitting on top, followed by Pony Ride. I definitely think this favors Super Nintendo just a little bit here with that Dragon's Blood, just keeping him in lane. I don't think Centaur's going to be able to do enough damage to him to push him out. Mr. Boombastic and Bear just trading pretty good here. Maldic's going to get him a little low. Looks like it's probably going to be a pretty pass. Oh no, here comes Rip trying to catch Fort Windy, but he's going to be able to blink out. And that Diabolic Edict is not going to hit him. Nice escape.
Too bad.
As I was saying, this might be a pretty passive early game. Just for people having a lot of sustain and just wanting to farm at the moment. Got a big wave pushing into this tier 1. Probably hoping to get a pull off by Mr. Boombastic. There's the stun. There's the Frost Blast, followed by a Frost Shield. But Lynx is going to be a bit too tanky to try and go on at the moment. That's still some good harass. Mr. Batman. Why do I have... That's like, I always have an issue with something with names. Like, JD was GD. I don't know why I was calling him JD last night. But I always keep saying Mr. Batman. Mr. Boombastic gonna be in a bit of trouble, but he should be okay under his tower. Pony Ride is completely out of mana. With this slow, he might be in trouble here. If they decide to keep chasing. Maldic up in 5. He's going to blink in. It's not enough lawn of a root to save him. Creeps are under tower, so they're actually able to dive. And Mr. Boombastic gets the kill. That, I believe it's called Precursor. Is it Nate? Yeah, Precursor just slowing with each hit due to not having any mana on him. It's going to be enough to secure that kill. Looks like Fort Windy might get dove here. Nope, Rip is gonna think better of it and back off. There goes the Maledict. They're going on Pony Ride. He's gonna be able to Celestial Hammer out. It's still gonna be some pretty good damage from that Maledict. You know, I think I'd like to see a Radiance on this DK. I just want to see it. Both mids leading on the last hits, followed by Super Nintendo. But then Batman, this is really close on last hit so far. All cores doing really well on their last hitting. This is exactly what you want to see for an exciting game here. Does not have Sinister's Gaze yet, otherwise probably could have caught Raven there. But that is a lot of nuke damage from this Frost Blast. Looking to go on Lynx here at top. I don't think they're going to do enough damage to him. Super Nintendo and Lynx are just really tanky at the moment. Oh, Rip is going to pick up the Invis Rune. That could help him set up for a gank. Don't think he has much potential to kill Fort Windy. But oh. Went away and thought they might go on Batman. So we have to wait to see what he decides to do with this Invis Rune. At the moment, he might just be thinking of farm. Oh, here he goes, Fort Windy. Gonna get the easy blink away as he does not have Split Earth. So it's no way to lock him down. Oh, they're going on Mr. Boombastic. That's a lot of damage. He's gonna get away with 42 health. But they're chasing Pony Ride. He's gonna be okay. The Peen comes out. There was a rotation top, I see. There's the Cask. There's the Maledict. Pony Ride's gonna go down. Batman got caught. And he's gonna go down to the Shadow Realm. Uh-oh, Bear gonna pick up that kill. Here they go. They might go on Super Nintendo here. A good amount of damage here. The Frost Shield's gonna help. And he's gonna be okay with walking away. We see... Yeah, Old Raven got the Wisdom. We'll play. This top just is two tanky people wailing on each other.
I'm toying with you. You understand that, right?
I'll take that.
So we have this Sonic Wave, so it might be good to pick up this Arcane Rune, hopefully, and might be able to make a play with it. Does look like the Fort Windy's rotating bottom. Gonna need to get their mana up, though. This would be a really good catch here. He does not have the mana. Here it is. He's gonna get the Sonic Wave on Pony Ride and push him off to the side. He's gonna have to Celestial Hammer to get out. There might not have been the follow-up from the Witch there. It might have just been out of his cast range. Either way, that is an Arcane Rune, so he'll have Sonic Wave up much earlier than it should be.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of
But here
smoking
comes
rocks.
Uh-oh Bear. Rotating mid. He's gonna be okay. The power of a blink. Oh, and I just realized that they were diving bottom, and they're gonna get Pony Ride with a Maledict. Well played. Uh-oh Bear, unfortunately leaving him alone in lane to get dove there. Oh no, Lynx, he's really really close to dying. That's gonna be a level 2 Cold Embrace. It's gonna heal him up a lot. There is quite a bit of fighting going on, but not a whole lot of dying. And yep, here's the Blink Dagger Rush on Rip. Exactly what I thought he was gonna do. I don't think that Shadow Realm is breakable. I know they're going on Batman, but there's the Death Ward on the uh-oh bear. He has the Shadow Realm to get out. Batman's in trouble. He's going to get crit to death, but Pony Ride goes down to the cliff death. Nicely done. That's going to be a pause 1 for a pause 3. Well played. I'm sorry, I heard an alert, but I was unable to read what that was. My apologies. I will look at the history after the stream, as I will try to continue to be a good caster and focus on the game. So please bear with me. Sorry if I miss anything. We do have DK for him. He's going to turn into a dragon, but here's the Centaur ult. Going to get him out of the Solar Guardian. That's exactly what you want to see for Centaur. Huge save. Otherwise, that could have been devastating. But they're definitely going to look to push tower here, as they do have the Poison Dragon, or the Corrosive Dragon, which does affect towers. Oh, there's the double stun. Super Nintendo taking a lot of damage. Here's Mr. Boombastic. They got to be careful from that Maledict. There's the Maledict onto the DK. I think they're going to have to back out here, not take too much damage. Opting to go for the Blade Mail build on Quap. Oh, and Batman picks up a solo kill on Uh-oh Bear. Sorry, Batman, I missed that. That was a Mana Void kill. This is exactly the type of situation that BuyBackStreet boys gotta be careful of. And Mr. Boombastic gets a kill top, probably with Maledict. Man, I keep missing these. And this is a fight for the rune. He's going to use Sonic Wave to push him away, and he's going to secure the haste and use that to get away. He does not have Split Earth to stop that, but he did just get Blink Dagger. That was a cheeky move there, Windy. Cheeky move. My rune. Get away from my rune. Just screaming at him. Looks like we got a rotation bottom again. Hoping to pick up a kill. That's going to be a Maledict on Pony Ride. This could be bad for him. Here's the blink. Not going to be able to get the Shadow Strike on Bear. But he's going to keep chasing. Here's Batman. They're in there. Bedlam's doing a lot of damage. But oh no, there's the blink from Rip right on Batman. Is going to take him out instantly. They're forced to run away. Already value coming out of this Blink Dagger. I don't think that they were expecting that. Does have Winter's Curse now. Dang, Mr. Boombastic's level 8. That's insane. Oh, they're going on Link's top. Here comes the Solar Guardian. He's not able to get out this time, and that might be too much magical damage. Two-man stun, but he's going to go down to Super Nintendo. Poor Wendy in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have Blink. He's going to get stunned. And he's going to go down to Rip. Man, now the action is building up here. There's constant kills back to back. Okay, we have 14 minutes coming up. Looks like Mr. Boombastic's going to try and steal Dire's Wisdom. But they're ready. They're behind him. They might have to be careful here. They don't have TP on Leshrac just yet. But they're coming up behind. Batman gets caught by Bramble. And here they come. He blinks out, but right into Rex Cow. He might be in trouble here. Here's a Terrorize onto 2. Batman's going to go down. Well played. Get the gaze on Fort Windy. And there comes the Chain Frost. That's going to be a lot of damage on the 2. Raven's forced to Cold Embrace right here. That puts him in a bad spot. And he's going to be in trouble. Raven's going to go down. Very well coordinated by the side of BuyBackStreet boys. Nicely done. It's a high level play for that Rex Scout to be able to be exactly where he needs to be. Mr. Boombastic gonna use Death Ward to secure the kill on Bear. Might have been a bit too ambitious there at the moment.
Dyer is kicking sweet hell out of Radiant's bottom tower.
Lynx, still just being a menace, has picked up his Vanguard with 2 bracers, so he's incredibly tanky at the moment. Just continuing to look to annoy Super Nintendo. As he should. Batman gonna have to be a little careful here. Looks like Rip might be looking to go at him. Oh, there's the Winter's Curse on Super Nintendo. Stopping that Solar Guardian, hopefully, but that's not gonna help Raven at all. This is gonna be a 5-man TP top. And they're going to get Raven and Lynx for that, but that is all 5 top. Pony Ride already running bottom to try and prevent any push that might happen here. But great space for Batman to hopefully finish this Battle Fury. Could be sub 17 minutes. That's a really big rune for Leshrac. He definitely wants to look for that. I think he's gonna get it. I don't think Batman's gonna be able to compete. Nope, that is gonna be huge for Leshrac. Heroes like Leshrac or Storm really love those regens. Got an armlet completed on Super Nintendo as he's in a state of continuous dazed. Glenn TPing top, gonna be able to get out. And they're gonna go on Super Nintendo. There's the Maledict, there's the Death Ward. That's just gonna be way too much damage. Gonna easily pick up that kill. He had no backup due to a gank hoping to find Fort Windy, but he had already TP'd out. I believe this is going to be a tier 1 for them, which should be the first tower in the game. But they know that Batman's here. They're looking to go at him. He's gonna see them, but he's gonna get the blink out. But if he shows on lane, they still might go towards him. Yep, he's gonna get jumped here. He's gotta be careful. There it goes. Gets the blink out. For that split second for where Rip was right next to him, that was an insane amount of damage. Holy hell.
Radiant's middle tower is hanging on by a brick.
If Lich gets a blink dagger, that could be a really good catch. Here they go, going at Super Nintendo here. They don't have a tier 1 here. He's going to be in trouble. Here comes the Solar Guardian into stun Fort Windy. Mr. Boombastic now, the one in trouble. There's Sonic Wave coming out. Witch Doctor's going to go down. I believe Super Nintendo's going to go down as well. Rip TP's in. There's Chain Frost. That's going to be a full team rotation. Again, securing 3 for 1. But you got to be careful. You've left Batman alone for quite a while now. They almost caught him once, but as long as his team's making space for him, I do believe Batman's gonna be able to carry it.
You can tell Dyer's middle tower is in trouble from the way it's being destroyed. It's like the Dyer figured out where Radiant's top tower is.
So they're gonna pick up the top tier 1 here, opening up a little bit more of the map. Mr. Boombastic gotta be a little careful here, as Rip is gonna look to go at him. Looking to set up here. They might think better of it and just back out. Here comes Super Nintendo, rotating bottom to try and get some more safe farm. Oh, I didn't see it. Rip is going to pick up the kill on Mr. Boombastic. He didn't go down without a fight. He did get Maledict off. But I think less than 1200 health is not enough to survive for more than a few seconds against this Leshrac. And that's going to be all tier 1s down at 19 minutes. Looks like some Peens are coming out. Might be wanting to do a smoke. Get this Batman. There it is. And they're running bottom. They want Batman. They want to shut him down. Is he going to be able to tell in time and get out? I don't think so.
If Dyer doesn't haul ass and help out that bottom tower,
there's the blink. They were expecting that. Then he reflects the stun, and there's the Centaur ult. Gonna be able to get him out. Here Here comes Raven with the Winter's Curse onto Rip. That's only going to be onto 2, but that's enough to slow him down. Nice Stampede to help Batman get out of there. And got that Reflect off onto the Dragon Tail. Might have needed to wait for a split Earth. And looks like Dawn is going for the Scepter. Man, this has got to be annoying for BuyBackStreet boys, having 2 heroes with blinks. But oh no, Mr. Bombastic gets the Force Staff out. That I didn't realize he had a Force Staff already. Nicely done. That's definitely a big save. Okay, DK definitely picking up a Mage Slayer. Gonna be high value against this Quap and Witch Doctor. Reducing the magic damage they do with the Armlet. Definitely a really good mid-game build. Gonna be able to fight a whole lot early. Maybe they're just looking to snowball. Oh no, but Batman goes in. He already used Blink. He's in trouble now. There's the Cursed Crown and the Gaze, and he's going to go down. They are just hunting him. Top to bot and bot to top. Mr. Bombastic under a ward here. Might get caught out. Both supports got to be careful. But he's the one under a ward. Lynx almost has a pipe, but here they go. Rip onto Lynx. He gets the hoof stomp off to stop that. He's going to get caught by the Bramble, but I think he'll be okay. Really great synergy coming out from BuyBackStreet boys. They got a lot of good synergy and a lot of good team communication obviously going on. Here comes the Shadow Realm. Going to get the Cursed Crown off. And the Bramble to catch him, but they're on Mr. Bombastic. I don't think he has Shard. He's not going to be able to get away from Rip this time.
If you're not, I like the way you lose control.
This pipe needs to come onto Lynx. He needs it. With this pipe, they're going to be able to greatly reduce the damage that Rip does on those jumps.
Looks like Radiant's top tower is getting torn down. Probably asbestos.
This could definitely hurt Buyback boys in the long run if they're unable to take any of these tier 2s. They are going to pick up Batman with the scan so they know he's there, but they're looking to snowball here. Team Dagon hasn't really been moving together all that much, knowing they need items, looking to split the map, and hopefully get the 1 or 2 items they need to win this mid game and steamroll the late game. But definitely looks like this fast-paced tempo their BuyBackStreet boys is trying to keep, and just shutting down this Anti-Mage. They're not going to find him and not going to push any further. But they do get this deep ward up to try and scout him next time. Blink completed on this Willow for that jump.
Don't look now, but Radiant's
Fort Windy gonna have to be a little careful here, as the whole team is here. Dawn is top but can ult in. So this is gonna be a big fight here. They have vision up. And unfortunately, killing that sentry does just tell them that they have vision there. So they're going to be real careful. Shard is on Courier for Witch Doctor. He's going to have to get it out here. And Pipe completed on Centaur. This is definitely a good time that they want to fight with, as BKB is not yet completed on Super Nintendo.
Radiant scanning for enemies. Or maybe for friends. They look unpopular.
Dawn with the Scepter completed is going to be huge value as well. More heal, and it lasts longer. Both teams getting to some pretty good power spikes. I think it really is just going to come down to if they're able to lock down Team Dagon. There's the ult, looking for the catch, but he's going to be able to get the blink off. Good reaction time by Uh-Oh Bear. And here comes, I wouldn't say the first smoke, but one of the more recent smokes from Team Dagon. Maybe looking to do Torm, so might have been able to hold off on that for a second. And here it comes. This is a huge objective to be able to get in this mid game. A free shard for one of them. 1,400 net worth for free. Gonna pick that up on Winter Wyvern. Very helpful, releasing Splinter Blast from the Cold Embrace to do more damage. Looks like they want to go for a bottom tier 2. That is BKB completed on Super Nintendo. Got another regen rune in the river. Let's see if Rip can get it again. That's going to be big value for him.
If you're a fan of
We have a tip coming out. This could be a fight for the river. Nope.
Dyer's scanning all over for
Fort
enemies.
Windy's going to pick it up.
Promise this will get more exciting.
So DK going for Blink Dagger now. They're definitely going to have the jump they need to hopefully lock down either this Quap or this Anti-Mage. Got Manta completed on Anti-Mage. Going for a Basher now, just for that lockdown. This tier 2 is taking a lot of damage. There's the Cask. There's the Frost Shield. Here it comes out. There's the Sonic Wave. BKB comes out as well. Rip is going to be in. Here comes the Solar Guardian. But the Death Ward is out. That's a big Death Ward taking down Rip. Raven's going to be okay with the Cold Embrace. I think Pony Ride might be the one in trouble. Hoof Stomp comes out. There's the aggressive Force Staff, and Batman comes in. But Rex Cow tried coming in to help. He's just going to go down to the right click. Unfortunate for the side of BuyBackStreet boys. Uh-oh, Bear just trying to make some space where he can by pushing in mid. But solid fight for Team Dagon. That pipe definitely showing its value already. And that regen rune helping this Quap just stay alive in the middle of that Solar Guardian. Calling out that the Wisdom Shrines are up and gonna try to take this, but here comes Rip. He's gonna see this, goes directly on Raven. Raven's in trouble, gonna try to get the curse off, but it's not gonna be enough. That burst damage is just too much. Great pickup, or pick off.
Bounty.
I should have probably gone to net worth earlier, my bad. I was still on last hits and denies. But yeah, wow. Alright, we have Super Nintendo leading with net worth almost with 15k, followed by Rip almost with 14k, and then Batman with about 13.7. And this Pony Ride on the Dawn's been farming a lot. Definitely getting their farm up. With a Basher, Echo Scepter now. These are going to be some high, or rich heroes. Here comes another smoke. Nintendo in this one with the Blink Dagger, knowing that they can't pick up this kill on Mr. Boombastic. He's got to be careful. There's the Dragon Tail. There's the Shard. He does get out with that Stampede, but he's going to be stunned. And there's the Oh, they're fighting everywhere. Raven's in trouble because of Rip, but Batman, he's in trouble too. Rip is going to go down to Fort Windy, but so does Lynx go down to Super Nintendo. There's a huge Death Ward, but that's not going to be enough. I might get a kill on Pony Ride, but I think he'll be okay with the TP out. My camera was not able to pick up all of that going on. I think Batman underestimated the damage that this Leshrac is putting out. And that's going to be a tier 2.
We'll never forget you, Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, it was just way too much damage. That was a very big fight. Looking to pick up the Scepter on Quap, allowing for the AoE Shadow Strike. Very big value, very good for clearing waves and getting a lot of damage.
I am not a betting man.
If the enemy is not careful.
Football, horse racing, rugby, cricket, or curling. But if I was, I'd bet on Radiant's top tower coming down.
Looks like we're gearing up for a potential fight here. They don't have Lesh, so they might have to be a little careful. Going Scepter on Bear as well, just to get more Shadow Realm and more attacks off. They're not going to see Lynx as he's smoked here, but he's going to run into him. There, they see Super Nintendo. They might think he's alone. There they go. He gets the blink off, but Lynx might follow it up here. But he's going to get scouted by the creep wave. Well, it looks like Raven is going for his Witchblade special. Getting a lot of good right-click damage off of that. Stacks really well with Arctic Burn. As Dawn is going for AC next. Definitely gonna try picking up a Satanic on this DK just so that he can survive even more. Already with 4,100 health. He's gonna be a hard cookie to swallow. Did I use that right? You know, I'm just gonna say I used that right. Oh, he's gonna blink on Mr. Boombastic. This is gonna be trouble. He's gonna be able to get out of there. BKB used on Super Nintendo, and both teams are just gonna back out. Mr. Boombastic living on the edge here. Just getting out with the Stampede and Force Staff. Batman working on his BKB so that doesn't happen again. Gonna put some respect on their magic damage. Looks like they might go on Raven here.
Fit for a queen.
If you're a fan of Radiant's top tower, I'd set my eyes.
Okay, looks like this is gonna be a fight here. Looking for that jump. Tower's gonna go down, and they're gonna be happy with that to get out. Any mage starting to catch up to this DK in net worth. Dawn getting really close to this AC, which is going to work extremely well with this Corrosive Dragon and reducing armor. To provide a lot of damage. Is that a Scepter? Oh, almost. Getting real close to that Scepter for Willow.
The way it's being destroyed as I speak.
Looks like both teams setting up here for a potential jump. They know that Raven is here. They see Fort Windy. There's the jump. There's the silence. Stampede comes out. And they're going to just run away. But most importantly, we get a kill on a courier. Nicely done, Super Nintendo. Well played. Incredible. I'm being serious about that. We can kill more couriers. Kill them all. BKB almost completed on Rip. That's going to help him a lot about staying in these fights and not losing all of his mana immediately to Animage. The Animage also has his BKB completed. So it's going to be a who can kite who's BKB first. Scepter completed on Quap. Going to allow for a lot more magic damage, which I don't think they have a pipe yet. So they're still going to be quite vulnerable to magic damage. Roshan is up and just moved top. So that definitely would be probably the next objective they're looking at if they're not feeling strong enough to push this high ground. Maybe just content with trying to starve Team Dagon out. Nope, here it looks like they're going for Roche now. They might scout Batman here if he shows on the wave. He's gonna show, but there's Super Nintendo. He's gonna wait for his team to hopefully come. He has that BKB, but he's gotta run. He's gonna blink into them. Oh no, there's the Solar Guardian, there's the stun with the Split Earth, and he's gonna go down. He was not expecting all of them to be there. Well played for Super Nintendo to wait on his team to back him up. And that's gonna be a free Roshan. Didn't even have a chance to BKB. With that Glimmer Cape completed, gonna move on to trying to build that Scepter, which will be very big for these fights.
Well, warm when they killed him. Cold now.
We have 45 seconds on the Animage. Let's go ahead and look at buybacks. Not a whole lot of buybacks at the moment. That's a spiky looking Quap. It's always funny to me how Blade Mail looks. I mean, it makes sense, but looks funny. Just become a giant porcupine. Love it. And back to farming. Has Solar Guardian up in 8 seconds. But more than happy to just be like, hey team, go start something. I'll come in later. Like, I got express shipping. Just go do your thing, team. I'll be there. Scepter completed on Willow, allowing her to do multiple attacks in Shadow Realm. That's going to be extremely nice for Bear.
Man,
This is going to look like a high ground push. Will Super Nintendo use Dragon Form here with the Aegis or try to save it for after?
They're looking dire for Dire's bottom tower. Again, I said that. Their bottom tower is in trouble, though.
Here he goes. He's going to go ahead and use it, and there's the Willow. They're doing a lot of damage. There's the stun onto Lynx. The fort was used. That might not have been worth it. And there's the stun. Split Earth. Lynx is going to go down. There's the curse onto Rip. Going to get a good amount of damage, but that's an unfortunate cast to stun both of them. That might have been too much physical damage for the Centaur. A good attempt to try and prevent them from hitting their tower, but might have backfired. That is no buyback either, so he's down for 30 seconds. There's the Maledict. That's going to be a lot of damage. Sonic Wave comes out too. And there's the Rip come in. Batman, he's in trouble. Did he blink in? Batman's going to be down for 80 seconds. Here's the real Death Ward. Fort Windy now, going to be able to jump out. But this is not a Scepter Death Ward, so that's not going to do enough damage to keep them away. Fort Windy jumps in. Super Nintendo really low. Chain Frost comes out. Mr. Boombastic. He's going to go down, and they get the Aegis. Lynx comes back, and he's coming in. Bear has to run away. Rip has to go and run away. They might be content with getting the tower there, but solid high ground defense. to prevent any racks from falling. AC is now completed. Ooh, they might find Super Nintendo here. He blinks away. Should be okay. Gonna Satanic to dispel that slow. Fair enough. Oh, I was wrong. Picked up a Mage Slayer. Thought that was gonna be a Witchblade. Looking to go for a Hex just for more lockdown on this rip. As long as he can keep someone where they are, he's going to be able to kill him. So that's what he's looking for. Looks like they're rotating bottom, thinking that, or knowing that someone from Team Dagon could show up here. Oh, Fort Windy, he's in trouble. There's the stun, there's the Dragon Tail, there's the Solar Guard, and he's going to BKB, but that's too much stuns. Or he's going to try to BKB, but not be able to get it off. I saw it, but that was just the yellow from Solar Guardian. And that's going to be 80 seconds with no quap. Oh, but they're going to continue to chase. They find the uh-oh bear in the back. That's a kill for Batman. But here it comes. There's a stun on Lynx, and they're going to follow that up. There's Rip. That's too much magical damage, and he's going to go down. Batman, even with BKB, taking a shit ton of damage. That Mana Void really close, but not going to be able to do it. Oh no, and they find Mr. Boombastic as well, and that physical damage is going to destroy him. Unfortunately, that was under a Sentry Ward. That only had 4 seconds left. No! Batman is going to go down. Great catch. This DK proven to be a formidable foe. The catch, the damage, and the tower push. That's going to be mid-racks. No one on Team Dagon has buybacks. We do have Winter's Curse, but no blink, so he might just want to hang back and wait for someone to come up to try and defend tier 4s.
Can Radiant come back from this? Between you and me,
Trying to get Blink Dagger on Lich to just increase that catch. But Team Dagon is still in this, because they still have an Ancient. I believe that's how that works. Be careful here. With this Harpoon completed on Dawn, that's a lot more catch. That's going to be a Consumed Scepter completed on Super Nintendo, giving him that black dragon form. And allow him to have free pathing, increased damage, increased worms, wrath, and be able to fly over terrain. Just an incredibly good scepter here. There it is. I think it's more splash damage as well. There's the Maledict. There's the stun. There it comes. Here comes the Solar Guardian. Gonna cancel. The Sonic Wave comes out. That's gonna be a lot of damage, but BKBs are saving him. Lynx is in trouble. Lynx goes down to the magic damage. Fort Windy now. He's the one in trouble. That's gonna be Winter's Curse on Super Nintendo, but no one to really keep it going. Pony Ride just gonna walk away. Batman in the back, BKBs, get the Lich, but he's taking too much magic damage. He's gonna go down to Super Nintendo. And there is a buyback on Batman. The Maledict on Pony Ride. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble here, trying to kill Mr. Boombastic. Not going to be able to. Good Glimmer, great save. They're gonna be able to they're gonna be able to save their last set of racks. But unfortunately not pick up the Leshrac or the DK. DK sitting at a 31,000 net worth with both 24,000 on his other cores. This man has taken off. And that might be a completed sheep stick on Rip. Just going to be allowed for more lockdown. Hurricane Pike completed on Raven. Going to allow him to do a lot more saves with that. And we're getting pretty close to Scepter on Witch Doctor. They're going to find Super Nintendo here, but he's got to be careful. Because I believe he has the power to burst this Witch Doctor. Oh, there he goes with an aggressive Force Staff. He's forced to BKB. And that's going to be a BKB out. Very good way to draw that out. Abyssal completed on Animage. Looking to go for a Butterfly now, just so he can't get destroyed by this out-of-control DK. Raven just looking to cancel Blinks, keep that burn damage going, and stop those Blink Daggers. But they are smoked, so they're going to have to be careful. Or whoever's outside is going to get insta-hexed. Rex Cow going to have enough for Blink Dagger, but doesn't have it just yet. And Black Dragon comes out, blinks up to high ground. There's the stun. There's the Maledict. There's the cast. There comes the Solar Guardian. The curse onto Rip to waste that BKB. Mr. Boombastic, he's in trouble though. Super Nintendo's going to get it. Batman in the back. BKB's going to get the kill on Rex Cow. And there's the Chain Frost though. Link's taking too much magic damage and finishes him off with the Harpoon. Oh no, Rip is on Raven now. Raven, look out. There comes the Hex. He's a sheep. Or a pig, technically. Fort Windy taking way too much damage. Going to be able to get away with just a few hundred. And that's going to be megas for the buyback boys. Oh, he's going in on Fort Windy. But Batman not going to let that happen. Here comes a BKB out. He's forced to jump away. This is going to be a lot of damage on the towers. Are they going to be able to defend this? The fort comes out. What are they going to be able to do here? There's the Harpoon. Getting the stun on Fort Windy. He's in trouble now. Ooh, that's a big, big mana void. But the Diabolic Edict lasts. Diabolic Edict kills him from the grave. Oh, Pony Ride actually gets that. Multiple buybacks come out. They want to end this game. 3 buybacks come out. No Animage for 110 seconds. That was a very, very big mana void. Fort Windy, gotta be careful. As he is part of the last line of defense and no one has buybacks. Mr. Boombastic, he's in trouble. But he gets the stun with the cask. Solar Guardian comes out, gonna stun him. The curse saves Mr. Boombastic. There's a big curse onto Rip. This could be a dieback. There's the Sonic Wave. That's a dieback on Rip, but a dieback on Quap, and no buyback on Mr. Boombastic. Raven is forced to run away. I don't think he has the skills to take care of Super Nintendo. And GG's been called. GG.
Well played, everybody. Well played. What an exciting game.
Is history.
Hell yeah.
No, it's the game where.
Nicely done.
What are you doing over there?
Very well played to both teams. See if they want to talk about the Squid Game, as this is our only game today. So we hopefully will be seeing their second game later this following week. But yes, well played by everybody. If I had to do MVP, I mean, Super Nintendo carried really well. Rip had a lot of great jumps. knowing exactly knowing what they have to do, just take it away. I think it's gonna have to go to Rip for this great Leshrac pick. I was a little worried there picking it super early, but really really knew what to do with him and played him really well. I gotta get better at these captain interviews. I don't even know what I'm gonna ask. So I'm like, I need to get better at it. I need to be able to ask better questions. Ah, hello, Lynx.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Just had a great time watching your guys' game here. What was your guys' take on it? How do you guys feel about it?
Well, we also got rolled.
Hmm.
I think I think Super Nintendo drafted well. The DK was kind of a wrench in our plans.
I see.
Um, yeah, yeah. I feel like when we are drafting, I've been like racking my brain how to draft into these guys. The Lesh was honestly kind of a surprise to us too.
I was very
And we're
surprised by
thinking
that.
the AM would have been kind of good against it, but I think our draft could not just fight against so much HP.
And hello, Bananas for Life. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great after that game. You guys played really well. So I'm just gonna ask, how do you guys feel like that went? Obviously, you won, but
Uh, yeah, no, I think it went pretty well. We were able to stick to the game plan that we had, using the Dawn ult to be able to connect to fights easily and help save us in some tricky situations when Team Dagon got the best of us and caught us off guard a couple times there.
I definitely realized that you guys were trying to keep that pressure up and just trying to snowball them early with a lot of smokes. Uh, Lynx, do you guys feel like the pressure, or do you guys feel pretty comfortable with that early to mid
Oh,
game?
that's a, no, no, no. No, no, it was definitely a lot of pressure. We couldn't really make plays early. We're kind of more just reacting to what was on the map. Um, yeah, the Lesh getting strong really, really quick kind of like put us in a bad spot for the mid game.
Was this Lesh pick countered a Centaur, or did you guys plan that ahead of time, Bananas?
That was more a comfort pick for our mid, so
Mm,
that's
I
why
see.
we were able to pick it.
Awesome. I was very impressed
Nice.
with how Rip played it. Very well played. I don't want to keep you guys too long, so that was really well played. Do you guys know when your next game's gonna be, or is that TBD?
We're gonna aim
Likely
for
Monday.
Monday at 8 p.m.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Alrighty,
it's looking good for that.
alrighty. Well played to both of you. Good luck in your next game on Monday, hopefully. So I'll let you
Yeah,
guys get out of here.
I'm
Yes. Thank you very much for
gonna
casting and
do
great game,
some.
Team.
No worries.
Yeah, GG's man. See you on Monday.
Yeah, take care.
All right, you guys have a
And
good
thank
one.
you for
Bye.
casting, Dave.
Of course. That was awesome. Alrighty.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep, I love it. All right, that was the first game for Team Dagon versus BuyBackStreet Boys. Well played to both. Definitely a. I did not realize that Lush was a comfort pick. I thought that might have been a counter, but good to hear that. So I assume we're gonna probably see a Lush ban in the future. Nicely well done. Just super fun watching these teams, right? The coordination between these teams is really what makes these games super enjoyable and super exciting. And the interesting builds. I do like how Raven swapped to a Mage Slayer, hoping to save his team from this Leshrac and reducing that damage, and just little things like that. So well played, all. It was very enjoyable. I might, I'll look to cast the next one, but we'll see what happens. And either way, GG's, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.